Welcome to Create Your New Life. I am your host, broker Michael G. Davis, CEO, Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. Great to be here, excited. We're going to go over some company information, and then we're going to get into our guest for this week, Mr. Ricardo Davis, on our Real to Life podcast. But first, let's go ahead and jump into our business meeting. All right. And let's see how. All right. So definitely want to give people an opportunity to engage and connect with us. So you can see here at our YouTube channel is the great way to learn about who we are as a company. We have videos. We do about 2 to 3 videos a week on our YouTube channel. So that's a great way to stay connected with us. And then our Facebook business page, that's where all our information is as far as our events and things like that. So if you really want to stay up to speed, and same thing with you, Stephanie, like I said, before we get off, we'll go through it. But our business our business Facebook page is where we put all of our flyers. We put our monthly calendar of events, times, registrations, all that stuff is on there. So that'll really help you stay up to abreast of the things and the events that we have going on, in addition to the GroupMe and some of the other places. All right. And then I'm on all the social media platforms. Also, I want to make sure that you all are in our private Facebook group. That's where our VIP Insider community is, where we have our exclusive weekly events. So even more access, right? So we have these layers of access. So, the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, that's a level of access that people have to Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. Then our VIP Insider community, that's a deeper level of access that people, and that's where they can see the weekly events, get the promotions, get great content. And then obviously, as people sign up as affiliates and as they sign up as agent members with us, then that's another layer of access, another deeper layer of access that people have with us. So if anybody, maybe you're checking this out and you're not a member of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, maybe somebody emailed this video to you, then and you like what you hear, you want to take part in some of the events. You went to our YouTube channel, you went to our Facebook business page, you like how we do business, you like how we nurture and we help our agents, then at any point schedule a online or in-person company introduction, and we love to bring you in, and so you can learn more about the great things that we're doing over here at Brooks and Davis. And we do offer an hour of CE credit. And then this just kind of speaks to, the guidelines. So if there's anybody on here that's interested in taking advantage of the CE credit, then all you have to do is, and again, the CE credit is for agents that have already done their first renewal. So if you have not done your first renewal, then you're just in SAE. So these elective credits that we're able to offer with the Create Your New Life, they don't apply for you just yet. But if you are you have already done your first renewal, then now these elective credits can go towards you renewing your license. Right? So that's how that works. All right. So we always talk about spend a moment in core. That's where we look at our ideology at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. So we have our core ideology is made up of three components: our mission, our purpose, and our values. And the value that we're going to highlight today is always giving our best and every day making our best better. So the way that in a nutshell, that's all about every day when you attack it, right? When you go out there and you attack your day, attack what you're going to do as a realtor and your business, you want to make sure that you're approaching it from a standpoint of this being your best in all that you do. But then not just settling with that, not ever feeling like you've arrived, but putting yourself in a position to where you're not only at your best, you're gonna make that better. You're always going to be moving your ceiling up, right? You're never going to get to the point to where you get satisfied or complacent with what you determine what your best is at that moment. You always want to constantly grow, and you always want to constantly enhance. So that's what that's all about. Also, we want to highlight before we jump into our interview, and today I didn't give the title of today, session, but we're dealing with the 5 ways to become a technology realtor. So that's where myself and Mr. Dave, Rick, we're going to talk about, living life to its fullest, taking best advantage of time left, developing professionally, keeping up with technology. So we got some great topics. I'm really excited about that, but that's what we're going to jump into here really soon. All right. We also have 4 priorities that we're focusing on here in 2021. And again, as a part of our Create Your New Life, we're going to be exposing those to you all on a weekly basis. And the one today that we want to really highlight is keeping members informed 100% all the time. That's a priority for us this year, is that, whether you choose to attend or take part or engage, it's not that you're not going to know about it. We're going to make sure that you all know about everything that we have going on. We're going to make sure that it's easily accessible for you, whether that's in person, coming to our coaching and training center, or whether that's online, utilizing Zoom. You guys are going to be connected, and we're going to make sure that you all know what we have going on. So that's what that's all about. All right. Talk about moment of core. All right. So let's jump into some production numbers. So yeah, man, we're killing it, man. We're $100,000 away from $10 million worth of production in our pipeline. So we're carrying over that momentum from 2020, and we're super excited about it. So again, shout out to those that have added new production on the board this week. Shout out to Margaret Harrison. Shout out to Charity Bennett. Charity Bennett got, she has a couple of properties that she's added to the board. And shout out to my favorite realtor, LaQuana Davis. So she has a new one that she's also added to the board as well this week. So looks like LaQuana Davis has surpassed Kendra Wheaton on the #1 spot. How about that? Good stuff. Like Kendra Wheaton, I mean, she held that #1 spot for a long time. But that's just how it works when you add new production. It looks like all LaQuana needed was about 80 grand, and she was able to now be the #1 producing agent for the firm. So great job. So shout out to LaQuana, Kendra, and LaKendra. So Kendra and LaKendra for being our top 3 producing realtors for this week. And the way that works is we measure on a weekly basis who has the most property, who has the most contracts in their pipeline. So that's what this represents. So what this is saying is that, LaQuana has more production, contract production, which is under contract amount. She has more contract production in escrow, meaning under contract with the title company, about to get a check, about to get paid, what we're here to do. She has more of that currently than anybody else in our company, but that can always change as we add new contracts and as contracts close out. So that's the way that works, and we look at this every week. But super excited about where we're moving because of $10 million worth of production. That's big kudos to Brooks and Davis and you all on what's going on. Now, if your name is not on this board, right? If you don't have any transactions up here, you don't have anything in the pipeline, then you need to be taking advantage of your coaching sessions, right? Because that's what the coaching is all about. Or you need to be taking advantage of the mentor program, because between the mentor program and the coaching sessions, all of those are layers of support to help you get to a point to where you can have multiple transactions on this pending board, multiple things in the pipeline, and you being in a position to getting paid. So, that's what it's really about. And we highly encourage you to do it. So definitely want to do that. I want to shout out one of our newest affiliate members, Elizabeth Talton. She is on today. So welcome to the family, Elizabeth. She's a new affiliate. She just signed up with us recently. So we want to give her a shout out and welcome her to the family, and she's on board taking advantage. So what's up, Elizabeth? To the fam.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm excited to be with the family.
Absolutely. And we're excited to have you. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip this for today because we're running out of time. Let's just go talk about a couple of upcoming events, and then I'm gonna bring in our guest. Let's see if he's on. There he is. Prime Real Estate Rick. He's on there. we'll bring Ricky in and we'll begin our interview here once I go through uh, the events that we have coming up. All right, so we have our Mastermind Through Tough Times. We're doing that today at 2:30. So if you're another reason why we encourage you to like our Facebook, get in the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, as well as like the business page, because we go live from the Facebook business page every Tuesday at 2:30. So today we're going to be talking about can we gorilla glue my pipes back together after the Texas winter storm? So if you're not familiar with the Mastermind Through Tough Times, that's just a more lighthearted broadcast that we do on a weekly basis between myself, Jessica, and Margaret. And we talk about different topics, but it's really kind of like shop talk. Like I just went in and got my hair cut. And while I was in there with the guys, we were just talking about random stuff. So it's us realtors coming in talking about randomness. So it's a good time. I was also going to be on Clubhouse today. I talked to Rick. So Rick's going to be one of the moderators for us. And we're just going to kind of continue our conversation. We're going to continue our conversation from today's interview for an extended period of time. So that's today at 7:05. So if you're on Clubhouse, follow me. And then that's another way that you'll be notified when we do that here today. All right, we have our lunch and learn on tomorrow. So it's we're going to be highlighting realtors and homeowners insurance. So it is going to be in person. It is going to be virtual. So if you have not registered, go ahead and RSVP so we can get a head count to our guest. Mr. Michael Forrest is going to come down and talk to us about insurance tomorrow from 12 to 2. And then we're doing our study hall on Thursday from 6 to 7. And that's going to be virtual and that's going to be in person as well. So you can register for that as well. So we make sure we get you the link. The last study session was great. I think we had like 7 people take part in the last study session. So it's a great opportunity for our affiliate members and our new agents to engage, to network, ask questions, get inspired, move you to the next level as it relates to what you're trying to achieve here with being a realtor. Where we officially launched the podcast with our first episode last week. That was Jessica. This Thursday, we're gonna, so Thursdays are gonna be the days that we premiere our podcast episodes. So this week, we're going to be premiering the interview with Shay Gardner. So we're gonna be getting that information out. So be on the lookout for that. If you wanna watch the podcast, you do that on the Facebook business page. So as you can see, we run a lot of what we do, we run through our Facebook business page. You can watch the interview there, but then you can listen to it on the ones here below: Podbeam, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. You'll be able to listen to the podcast. All right. Yeah. So that's it. All right.